On this week's episode of Bayou Wild TV,
we're gonna be spider rigging.
Spider rigging.
Spider rigs,
Oh, that's a good one.
fish flips,
Go back.
hair flips, familiar faces,
Hey folks, Hokey here.
friendly competition,
I do believe that if I catch more sakale than you need to wash my boat.
And if I catch more sakale than you have to wash my boat.
Deal. A baby sakale. That's what they look like, Stephen.
Thanks. Yeah.
and tranquil settings. It's all elements of a weekend getaway where we can act lazy on Larto.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Global Outdoors. Find your next adventure and share your experiences with others by downloading the Global Outdoors mobile app or visiting globaloutdoors.com. Every day, we strive to preserve traditions that have spanned generations.
Around every turn of the bayou, Mother Nature reveals unique people, places, and experiences.
And the bounty of animals and fish. Well, in Louisiana, we just call that lagniappe. I'm Don Dubuque.
I'm Chris LeCoq.
I'm Captain Martha Spencer. Join us as we document the adventure,
Sportsmanship.
And heritage that make us Bayou Wild.
Couple hours up the road, we have made it to central Louisiana. We're here in Larto, and over here, Larto Lake. Welcome to Larto Lake, part of an 8,200-acre system of lakes and waterways in central Louisiana, known as the Larto Saline Complex. This natural body of water was impounded in 1959 by the Lake Larto Dam to maintain steady water levels during dry periods.
One of the great things about this area is you have the Black River and the Red River can flood this area and restock the lake. So every time we have a flood, I personally love it because the whole complex gets restocked with fish.
But word is getting out that the Larto Saline Complex is no longer a hidden gem.
More people are coming. More people are learning about it. A lot of people that fish like Barrett and places like that, well, they're learning about Saline Larto Complex, and they're coming up here and fishing.
Because it's getting crowded down there.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And that's why we've descended upon Larto for this week's adventure. See ya. What are we doing tomorrow?
We're gonna be spider rigging.
Spider rigging.
Which is, we'll set up, we'll have two people sitting on the front of the boat. We're gonna put out 8 poles. We'll have 2 shiners on a pole. And we're gonna be fishing anywhere from 10 to 15 foot of water.
I don't have to cast?
You don't have to cast.
My kind of fishing.
It's the easiest fishing you ever done.
It's just a different atmosphere, and it's beautiful. You can go from a cypress swamp to deep lakes, deep channels, to fishing lily pads and flats. It's a large complex that just has a diverse of wildlife.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
Catch, tag, win. If you like state management of red snapper and want to help ensure longer red snapper seasons, there's now a tournament for you. The TMO's Tag It Louisiana Red Snapper Tournament is a summer-long tournament for you, the Louisiana ROLP holder. Catch a snapper, snap a picture, and you're entered. It's that simple. Enjoy fishing, help contribute valuable data for red snapper management, and win prizes. Visit tagitla.com.
When you're hungry and you need something quick to do, try Uncle Larry's stewing a few.
You know Uncle Larry, he's my man. He's got stew in a few. He's loading his van, we'll have stew in a few.
Stewing a few.
We'll have stew in a few.
Stewing a few.
Just call Uncle Larry and we'll have stew in a few. What you say, Uncle Larry?
This is one of the latest inventions for high-tech seafood boiling. This is called the Boil Boss. It's a pretty simple apparatus. What this does is it does not dilute the strength of your boil. So your salt and your spices still remain real potent in there without putting a lot of extra water. The Boil Boss, wonderful invention.
Hi, I'm Miss Louisiana Julia Claire Williams on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I'm sure you know that clean, affordable propane gas is used in houses across our state. It's used in cooking, water heaters, drying clothes, and heating homes. But did you know that if you ever run out of propane, you need a certified dealer to inspect your system for leaks before it's refilled? That's the law. Propane is safe energy for everyone, and we want to keep it that way.
In Louisiana, we live to cook, and we know a little Louisiana flavor brings any meal to life. Whether it's Friday's fish fry or Tuesday's crispy chicken, with Louisiana fish fry, you can turn any meal into a bona fide family favorite. Let's all Louisiana.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
It's a beautiful Thursday morning. We're out here on Lake Larto, up in Larto in central Louisiana. We're out with Captain Jeff, and we are going to try spider rigging for sockeye. Central Louisiana, you know, it is a different landscape. You know, it's March right now, and the trees are all still bare here. I'm not seeing really any blooming. Everything's still kind of in winter mode. Freshwater is king, and go fast boats are a lot of fun.
What spider rigging is we'll set up 8 14-foot poles off the front of the boat, but you just troll and watch those poles. I grew up fishing up here. I'm from central Louisiana area. I went to Grand Isle in, I think, 2003, first time I ever went saltwater fishing. Fell in love with saltwater fishing. Wound up going to work on an offshore boat, deckhanding an offshore boat some, and then I wound up getting my captain's license, and I started guiding in Grand Isle. And I always fished here in the wintertime. And sockeye fished and bass fished and all that. It's becoming more known. Years ago, people are learning more about Larto, and we call it the Saline-Larto complex because it's a complex. You have Larto Lake, Saline Lake, and it's interconnected with bayous.
So these are all different, like, which is the deepest ones? Which
The
is
outside poles are the deepest.
Okay.
Yeah. So your front poles are
The shortest.
Like 12 feet. These are like 14.
Okay.
The front two are about 12, and then the back two are 3. Get it.
So, stay on the hook. How do you?
There we go.
I mean, it's a good start. He's probably not a keeper, but we'll let him live. Pretty little thing. So we headed out on the boat about 6:30 this morning. Beautiful day. We got pretty lucky with the wind staying pretty calm early. The water was pretty nice. Sun's looking bright. Things are looking right.
Two.
They're not. Ooh, that one's going. Ooh, that's gonna get all up in your line.
All right, come on, swing.
Oh yeah,
Stop
that's a
railing,
keeper.
Swing. Stop railing.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh yeah. Here, go to the back. Oh, that's a keeper, guys. Good thing I wasn't paying attention again.
Yay!
Do another drive-by. Do that again. It worked. Well, I was once again not watching my rods because it seems to be that they only bite when I'm distracted. And Captain Jeff obviously saw the bite for me and put me on the fish. Pretty little one. The fish were biting today, but not well, and the ones that were biting tended to have a soft bite, so they wouldn't really commit to the live bait so great, but we managed to put a box together, and I think we had a pretty good day. It was fun.
Some days you'll pull up on a spot and everything you catch is 8 inches long. Well, an hour later you may come through that same spot and every one of them be a pound and a half. Sockeye are the most, I always tell people they're contrary because they are so sensitive to different conditions and all that. And I think if you can catch sockeye consistently, you can catch any fish and swim.
I think you're right. It was really relaxing. I could see people doing this a lot. I could see it being very addictive. You're running 8 poles. It's kind of like playing the slot machine at the casino, which one's gonna go off. So you gotta be minding all the rods at the same time. That's why I guess it's insistent to have 2 people in the front.
Forward, get it.
Missed him!
Oh gosh, we got a swinging weight too.
Just drop it right back over the side. Missed him.
Outdoorsmen, athletes, and parents know the importance of Florida water to stay cool. And whether you're on the water, on the job, at the gym, or on the ball field, keeping cool just got simple with Cool Blue products. Cool Blue refreshing face and body wipes are for everyone. Use them at home, at work, or at play to clean up, cool down, and stay refreshed. Find them at Rouse's Supermarkets or online at coolblueproducts.com.
Delta Marina is Plaquemines Parish fishing one-stop. Get live bait, fuel, ice, tackle, and marine supplies. Then launch into the world's most productive saltwater fishing. Return to the fishing cleaning station, relax in first-class cabins overlooking the bayou, all in Delta Marina's safety video monitored parking lot. Need a fishing charter guide? Delta Marina can hook you up. Cook your catch in your kitchenette or dine in the upstairs restaurant. Visit Delta Marina for a day or a week. Stop in just off Highway 11 down Rosemary Drive in Empire. Visit thedeltamarina.com.
Pelican Billboards can help you reach more people. With prime locations across the greater New Orleans area, they help grow the Bayou Wild brand, and they can help your brand too. Put your business above all the others with Pelican Billboards. Join us at this year's Louisiana Wildfowl Festival. See amazing artistry on display with over 2,000 handcrafted decoys and other stunning wildlife from world champion carvers. Witness live decoy carving and painting. Learn about the generations-old art of hand-carved waterfowl decoys. Compare your favorites with judges awarding over $45,000. The annual Louisiana Wildfowl Festival at the Castine Center in Mandeville. Tickets and more information, visit lwccg.com. This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today. Continuing this week's episode, we're in central Louisiana on Lake Larto, learning a different fishing technique known as spider rigging.
The benefit to spider rigging is you're covering so much more water. Well, we're covering about 30 feet. So you may need to cover a good bit of water, and it's a slow process because we're moving 0.3 to 0.5 miles an hour. So it takes a while to go a little bit of distance. I'll have a couple of poles at 10 foot, and I'll have a couple of poles at 14 foot, and then I'll have in between. Well, if we start catching at 12 foot, well, then we can adjust all our poles to 12 foot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See, I saw that bite and I caught that fish all by myself.
Good job.
For a change.
You almost got it.
Almost had it.
Now you're winning.
Uh-oh.
That one washed the gato.
Was that a keeper?
Yeah, that one's cute.
All right. Oh, I missed almost most of the bites. I mean, without Jeff on the boat, we'd have no fish in the boat whatsoever. It's just, for someone who's kind of got an attention deficit as myself, it's tricky. Because you really, you're not just watching one pole, you got to watch all four.
Three.
That's 3, isn't it?
Yep.
Took my bait.
Burn hole in your mouth, right?
I didn't even see it bounce. It seemed like every time I wasn't watching the pole was when they would bite. I probably only saw 1 or 2 of the actual bites on any of the fish today. The catfish, because it was in the water, and maybe 1 of the sac-a-lait. So I could see where a trained eye would do much better at this, because a few of the times when they did bite soft, you couldn't really, it was hard to tell if it was actually a bite or just the boat moving, because you've got these really long, sensitive poles. So it was fun. I enjoyed it. He's just so good thirsty.
4.
Yeah, you.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You got tree shaker?
That ain't no white perch.
I don't know what it is.
Take your time.
Who wants catfish for dinner? Oh, I believe that's better than a Casper juice. That's the eating kind, not the vendor's kind. I like the big game. So there are actually some huge similarities to this style of sac-a-lait fishing
to sword fishing. The only difference is the depth obviously is completely different, but you're still running, you know, a long line and you're watching the pole, watching for just a little bit of movement. So also if you get a cooler full of beer, I can see it pretty dangerous too. It could be a pretty fun afternoon if you we're gonna go out and have a good time.
Even on days like today when the fishing's slow, the tranquil setting of Larto Lake is a perfect escape for any avid outdoorsman and weekend family getaway.
So SlabHunters Louisiana, it's SlabHuntersLA.com, was started by myself and my wife. And it was just a dream of ours to have a place on Larto Lake. We used to come rent cabins here, and we always wanted a place for our family to come. So now we created this place for our clients and you to come and enjoy beautiful Lake Larto. It's a large complex. It goes to 3 different lakes. You have Larto Lake, which we sit on, which is an old oxbow, and then you have Shad Lake, and then you also have Saline Lake, which is all right here in central Louisiana, which lies between south of Jonesville and just east of Alexandria, Louisiana. And we also rent the lodge out for families that want to come in and have a large family or multiple families and just get away for the weekend or a week to have a quiet, relaxing vacation.
We love our children. We protect them. We guide them. We prepare them for life in the world. With all that we do, from deep in our hearts, we cannot control all things. Life-threatening illnesses and disabilities affect far too many of our children each year. While we cannot change the circumstance, we can make dreams come true. Dreams to provide hope, to provide spiritual healing and strength, to provide moments of happiness and relief in the hardest of times. We can give a glimmer of light and hope in a time of darkness and despair. Join huntofalifetime.org to help make dreams come true, to provide hope for children with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Hunt of a Lifetime is a nonprofit organization fulfilling dreams for hunting and fishing trips to youth 21 and under with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Visit huntofalifetime.org to learn how you can make a difference.
We're going wild to table with Louisiana Fish Fry products and Bayou Wild TV. Spring is here. The days are longer, the weather is warmer, and the fish are biting. And whether you're a perch jerker, a spider rigger, oh yeah, a dock shooter, a night timer, or maybe even a psychic,
Nice.
spring is the perfect time to target sockeye. Did you know that the sockeye is the official freshwater fish of Louisiana? You can call them sockeye, white perch, or papermouth, but these fish have a mild, sweet meat that makes them perfect for frying. For a traditional fish fry, rinse the fish well in cold water, dredge the fillets in egg wash, and completely coat with your favorite Louisiana fish fry breading mix. Deep fry at 350 degrees until golden brown. Or perhaps you'll enjoy a greaseless alternative using the new Louisiana Fish Fry Lemon Pepper Air Fry Coating Mix. Chill the fillets in cold water and coat with the air fryer mix. Preheat your air fryer to 375 degrees, place the fillets in the basket, set the timer, and you're golden. Make every day a fry day with Louisiana Fish Fry products. For more great recipes, visit louisianafishfry.com.
One of the reasons why Double D has been around for 50 years is because we are consistent with what built the business. And we go to great lengths to make sure that when you bring a deer or a hog or whatever it may be, your meat stays your meat all the way through the process. But we want to be as true to the original intent, which is a local meat company. And that's something that we want to maintain for as long as the Lord lets us do it.
What we truly enjoy about Louisiana's outdoors is no matter where we travel and who we meet, it never fails that we find mutual friends, some who are still among us and others who have left behind a legacy.
Hey folks, Hokey here.
I met Hokey, I don't know, I don't even remember when or whatever, at Grand Isle, and we become really good friends. We fished a lot together, we hunted together. We had some great memories. She didn't want any fuss made over him or any of that. You know, Hokey was the perfect Louisiana legend. I always tell people he had the perfect name. Everything was, you know, but he never wanted a fuss made about him or any of that. You know, he was a great guy. He was really. I miss him. We had some good times together.
I never got to meet Hokey. For somebody that, you know, isn't as versed in his sports background, he sounds like he was one hell of a guy who leaves a lot of legacy in many parts of the state. I've talked to people in southeast Louisiana that knew him and hunted with him at Gust Island and Madisonville, you know, and to his presence all the way up here and down into Grand Isle. It seems like he was a very powerful force and a very good friend to a lot of people.
This is a hidden jewel in central Louisiana. We consider it to be a hidden jewel because a lot of people don't know about it. You know, it's not really focused on in the state. So we're here hoping that you guys will come and visit us and see it.
This trip is a reminder that Louisiana is home to many special gems, and it's these remote settings that decompress us from the busy pace of day-to-day life.
You know, any day you come home with fresh fish is a win. Whether it's 10 bags or 1 bag, is always fresh and it always tastes good.
It's so long, Larto, for today, but we'll be back for another laid-back day of Bayou Wild.